Hello everyone, it's Christine from the channel Christine and Celeste. And a live session today about how to close 2019, 18, sorry, I'm already tomorrow. And welcome 2019. Because I'm going to talk a bit for 2 minutes so people can come in. Welcome. I've had a year, 2018, and it's good to reflect on what's happened, where my tarot practice changed, my life changed in a way that it didn't happen in one day, but it's following. I did some art therapy and I did some ancestor work and some inner child work. It was a busy summer. And that led to me looking around and just not being able to breathe because I just had too much stuff around me and too many decks and just too much. Just things were just getting too much in a light way, but in an annoying way. I couldn't find my space anymore. The space I created did not reflect me anymore. And this is why before doing a New Year's spread, wait, I'm sitting a bit better. Before doing a New Year's spread, I thought, let's first do a spread that reflects 2018, that shows us how to do the transition before we get into 2019. So, because I have so much to do and so much to show you, I hope you'll enjoy it. It's going to be a long one as usual, but then you don't have to watch everything now. You can watch back later. But I really wanted to do this now. If you are French, I will do a French live session at 3 p.m. French time because I'm trying, I promised that I would do in both languages. It takes time, but I won't do that all year. I'm just doing it for the moment while I have a bit of time. So anyway, and this is why my spreads are prepared. It's because I can't prepare everything that I want to show you and then do a live reading at the same time. I think my head would scramble, have a limit to, what I can do. So anyway, I found this pre-New Year spread by Jay Matthew on Facebook. Now, if you do tarot, you're probably part of Facebook groups, and it's a great way to practice, to see the new decks, to talk about spreads, cards, whatever you want, modifying decks, whatever you want to talk about, and look at what spreads people post. And that's where I get my my spreads from most of the time. I did create one that I keep close to my heart, but this is not the case right now. It's not a spread for that. So I'm not sure if you see it. I hope you hear me. I think my microphone is working well. Hello to people who just joined. And so I've put the questions here. It's a 5-card spread, so it's easy. If you want to grab your tarot and then a pad and a pen, because we're going to work on this, if you want, together, to take along with us to the new year. And it's not just going to be a spread and then we stop the video when we stop it there. There's quite a bit of work involved if you're interested. All type of different things we can do with it that we go a bit in the unconscious or the subconscious and bring it forward. And that's why I do tarot. It's to see what I don't see with my own eyes, or sometimes even just with my imagination and my intuition. So this pre-New Year spread, I chose the Textured Tarot, which, if you followed my channel, is one of my newest decks by Lisa McLaughlin. It's a 2018 deck. Now, I saw her creating the deck. She was posting cards often on Facebook. And I thought it would be the perfect deck, not only because of the images, but also because the little white book, which I don't use much, in this case really helped me, because it's just keywords. There's no sentence, there's no big thing. It's keywords, and that's exactly what I was looking for this exercise. So if you want to play along, there's the 5 questions. I read them in case you can't read my writing, or it's in, I see it, not upside down, but I see it on reverse on my screen. So I'm not sure you see it. So the first one is, what should I say goodbye to? And I picked 7 of Cups. So what I did, oh yes, too, I bought some little notepads this summer with one of my favorite photographers. This is an Alexander McQueen picture by Anne Ray. Anne Ray is the photographer. And I bought these little pads, and I'm Kelly from the Truth in Story, and she was showing her, how they call these pads that she has. I can't remember. But anyway, and she had little pads like that she puts together. So that was the inspiration from me, because I get a lot of inspiration too from other channels. So thank you, Kelly, because now I know what to do with my little pads. Is that the right one? I've got a few. No, that's the one. So I created, yeah, it's not this one, it's the next one. My spreads little book, because some spreads I want to remember. I want to carry on with them, so it's French and English. It's nothing big or fancy. It's just, so I've started working on this spread. And the first thing I do when I do a spread personally is that I look at what cards I have, what type of cards. So in this case, I wrote down, I have one major, which is number 13, which is death. You know, very appropriate for an end of the year reading. And then what surprised me is that I have one of each. Would you believe this? When you do a 5-card spread, how often you get 1 cup, 1 pentacle, 1 wand, and 1 sword. And this shows me straight away that the theme, the central theme of my spread is about transformation, obviously, and letting go, right? Which is so appropriate for this spread. And then in every, it's very balanced, because I've got an element of each. I've got air, water, fire, and earth. So it's not a bad end of the year. It means that the work I've done in a way of trying to balance things and balance myself and be more in the flow is starting to work, right? Because look at how, yeah, it's like I could have picked justice here, for example. You know, it's with the balance. I have this feeling with it. It's grounded and it's linked and it's full of fire and thoughts. And so what should I say goodbye to is the first card. So if you want to comment on your cards while you do the spread, you're welcome. I can see the chat. And I know I didn't warn, so I don't have like 100,000 people, but if you're here, it's enough. So I got the 7 of Cups as my first card. And if you see there's 3 cups here, 3 at the bottom, 3 at the top. So it's really, the emotions are grounded, and the 3 emotions are grounded, and 3 are in the air. So, and then you've got the central one, but it's reversed, it's bottom up. So it made me think with the cards. So what should I say goodbye to? And I said, oh, say goodbye to cards and tarot. I said, okay, then, well, that's the end of my video, isn't it? see if I have to do this. So what I did then, I counted the numbers I could see on the card, 6 and 8. And no, there's more, I think. Let me see. Let me look at it. No, it's 14. It's 14. 6 and 8. That's what I can see on the card. Oh, no, 6 and 6 and 8. Sorry. It's 12 and 8, 20. So my favorite card in any tarot judgment. So it's about a new vision, right? So I have to let go of some illusions. I need to get a new vision. And, I didn't go far because the keywords here were just perfect in a little booklet. And then I used also the way I look at cards. I use my own manner to look at cards. So I should say goodbye to illusion, smoke and mirrors. And also, the House of Cards. Always trying to build, but maybe I'm building on emotions, which is not the strongest, is it? The strongest base for it. So that's very interesting. What should I say goodbye to? The second question is here. What do I want in the new year? And this is for me, it's the goddess, isn't it? She has a crown on, she has a dress, she's barefooted, she's amongst animals and nature, and although it's abundant, at the same time it seems very simple. She has a crown on because she is a goddess, she's linked to God, right? She's creative. And this is what I want in the new year. I want to be more creative. And this spread is bringing me there. Oh, hi, Stella Starrow. Welcome. So I'm doing a pre-New Year spread, right? I've already talked about the Seven of Cups. I'm now on the Queen of Pentacles. And I always look in a card. So I said I have one major arcana and all the rest is one of each element. I need to make the window bigger to see your comment. Yes, so I have one element of each cup, pentacles, wands, and swords, which is so balanced, but I'm not that balanced in life, but I try to be. But when you see my Seven of Cups, it does show that the balance is on card. Anyway, so I was on the Queen of Pentacles, so she's that goddess, she's connected. And look at her hands, making a pot and all that. And if you remember, for example, the movie Ghost, when I can't remember the name of the character, but she's doing a pot like that, and it's a very sensual scene. And it's true that more than sexuality, I do embrace sensuality. I love sensuality in people. I find that amazing, sensual people. Like, to me, I don't want to go into sex so much, but it's kind of easy to have sex. Sensuality is it's from it's from the same place, but expressed differently. I don't know how to say it, but anyway, that scene. And when I see this, it's very sensual. So I want more sensuality in my life too. And sensuality gives me pleasure. And it's not just physical pleasure, it's eyes pleasure. It's senses, all the senses pleasure, right? More than just sexual. So sensuality came to me with this card. And just be cool, relaxed. You understand? Yeah. That's why I love going to concerts. I still do. because, you know, when you've got some sensual singer on stage and all that, it's oh my God, you know. But anyway, moving on. So yeah, she's carefree, and I'm not carefree. My mind, I'm a Virgo, right? So I'm not blaming on my star sign, whatever. But the way I am, I have to input things in my mind to counteract the natural worry aspect of my mind, right? Constantly. So she's carefree, and I want to be carefree. So you see, I've already got all these keywords. I didn't even write carefree. Let me write it down in my little, as I said, I've got a little booklet where now I put some spreads and exercises and all that. So carefree. So I hope you're doing it along with me. It's a very good spread. So first of all, what should I say goodbye to? Second, what do I want in the new year? We just spoke about it. 3, how to achieve my goals. And I got the major arcana, death. What a beautiful... Yes, you have many planets in Virgo. Yeah. I think our aim, Stella, is to break the boundaries. I think it is. It's a fantastic sign because it enables you to function in society well, right? But not to function with yourself well. That the self-love aspect is where it's more difficult. But anyway. So yeah, how to achieve my goal, death. So yes, let's talk about the beauty of this card. We all love tarot. It's funny because I bought this tarot, and then when I got it, I thought, yeah, it's great, but I'm not sure how it will read. Actually, it reads really nicely. So you see one main rose there that's a bit, you know, past its beauty, let's say, and then a field of roses that are, I don't know if they've been cut off, or I'm not sure what's happening here, but you can see that the color is not vibrant. You see the difference of the color here and this one, for example. There's a difference, really a difference in vibrancy. So how do I achieve my goals? Release what no longer serves me. I need to release things. Let go. Just let go. Release what no longer serves. So I've been doing that since I've done my, as I was saying, my art therapy and my ancestor therapy and my inner child therapy. You know? But it's not easy to let go. For example, I've put some decks on eBay, and honestly, I've got too many decks. So, okay, fine. You know, it's time to take stock, look at it, and think, you know, do I really need 10 shamanic decks, right? No. So I put them on eBay, and then again, I'm like, oh no, I can't sell this one, because I was taking a picture, looking at the picture and putting it on. I was like, no, I can't put that one. I was like, oh my God, you know, the internal fight. So letting go. And it's letting go of what you don't want, that's easy. But letting go of what you like or you have feelings for is very difficult. Now, you don't have to let go of everything. It's not the point. Keep some, you know, I keep some things that I will never let go of. But, you know, like my Aura Soma Tarot, for example, that's one that's I'm manic about. It is difficult, I know. But I've worked on myself, and I'm not saying I'm always successful, right? You know, I do videos, I make videos because I would love to be so certain about everything and all that. No, but you know, I show my failures, I show my wins, I share it, and I think that's what makes it interesting to me. You know, if I see someone so self-assured and everything, it just doesn't do it for me. But when I speak from the heart, then, and start really looking at the cards, then I find it's brilliant videos, you know. Or someone who's bright intellectually too. I admire that too. But anyway, so I feel I've been doing it, and I'm still doing it. It's a working process, but I found now that the pull of having a house the way I want it, which is spacious, clear, with energy flowing, is so much more rewarding every minute of the day than have the house full of stuff, right? So I'm never going to go minimalist because I'm not. But it doesn't matter. It's one thing every day. Sometimes I just put one thing on eBay. Sometimes I put 20 on eBay in one day. It doesn't matter. It's got to go. And it's a flow, right? So I really get this card, how to achieve my goals. It's letting go. Letting go is one of the hardest things to do. But yet, if you have the goal in mind and you keep your eyes on the prize, yeah, that really does help. So, question 4, what will surprise me? And here, there was a surprise. Mr. Knight of Wands. He's hot. I don't know if you think. I looked at him and I said, oh, this is, Santa didn't bring me much, but the New Year is bringing me something very nice. So this is my surprise. I'm going to get a hot man next year. I don't need a hot man, but really, when you look at it, first of all, I noticed the rose, the difference between the roses. And his rose is very expressive, let's say. And he's got a big wand, let's say, too. Let's move on from that now. But what I like is that he's got headdress, he's got flowers in his hair. He's made himself, although he's got trainers on and all that, he's made himself, I don't know, attractive, even with the glasses and the beard. I'm not much of a beard person, but it doesn't matter. And he's on this lion there, and it's fierce, but it's soft at the same time. It's masculine, but there's a lot of feminine too in it. But anyway, so I'm going to get a hot man, which is great. No, but it's about vitality. You see, that's another thing about having so much stuff around. It takes your energy away. Because let's face it, I'm not going to learn 100 tarot decks in my life. And especially I have some like the Arasoma or the Tarot of the Spirit that I really want to dig in further and further. And it's a lifelong learning. It's so, there's so many things you can do in a day, and we have to sleep somehow. So I need that vitality. The courage. I often have the courage, the sense of adventure. Yes, vitality and strength. If you can wish someone, for the new year, vitality and strength, when you have that, you can pretty much do everything. Another thing I noticed, so he's holding the rose in his hand. So this vitality is making the rose that was dying, basically, is making it full again and beautiful. And see? So another thing I notice is that another thing I'm working on is the masculine, feminine. Now, I know it's not politically correct to talk about masculine and feminine for the moment because we need to be gender fluid, but, excuse me. Whatever gender you are, you still have a masculine and feminine side. So I'm going to be politically incorrect again. And you see the feminine here and you see the masculine here. And I do this often, is that I've got a spread, I've got the position, and then I go into another reading completely. And I'm like, look at my end of the year. Look at what's in my relationship, right? Oh my God. And then I go on a tangent there, but I won't go with you because I've got many things to show you, and it's going to be a long one anyway. But that's interesting between the man and the woman. Always look where you are in a spread, even if it's a spread like this one, a pre-New Year spread. Always look where you are. I'm here. My partner is here, right? Even if it's not linked to what you're reading. So I have my keywords. Also, is a Knight of Wands, so artistic abilities which are linked. So it's going to put some oomph, let's say oomph, into my artistic ability. And the last question, well, I changed it. I said result, but it's the summary, really. The Page of Swords. Now, she's a bit weird because if you look at her feet, they're facing this way, and the head is facing this way. It's like, I don't know, there's something weird about the body position here that I can't quite fathom, I think you say in English. But the first thing I noticed is the black bird. And the black bird was already hovering here. Maybe it's an eagle, but I saw, I saw the relationship here straight away. Oh yes, I didn't talk about all the animals here, but I'm not going to go, into every detail because otherwise we're here until tonight. And I have a French live at 3 p.m. today, French time. So, and I need to eat and do things. So, yes, the bird that was hovering is now here. It's been tamed. So that's the result, is that the energy, that vitality, I will have it. And by having that vitality, look at the ripples it creates around. Oh, I didn't write ripples. See, it's good to do some live because I'm getting some ideas while talking about it. Through the knowledge, too, of reading the books. I'm reading a lot for the moment. Dressed up, right? She's got heels on, so it gives her a feminine kick to she wants to be pretty and show pretty, and I like that. And you see too that the waves here bring other birds, so it's attractive. She becomes attractive. So that's the result. It's the attraction. And attraction is a really good thing too when it's desired, obviously. So what a spread, a little 5-card spread to say goodbye to 2018, what I need to let go of, what I'm getting prepared for, is just very interesting. So from this, you've done your spread, you wrote down some keywords in your journal or whatever, like, I have. And I'm going to take you somewhere else now. What are you going to do with this? We're not just going to wrap up this and think, okay, that's done, right? And then open maybe the journal maybe a couple of times in January and then forget about it. We can do exercises with it. And for example, you have your keywords. Let's say, what card will I take? The Queen of Pentacles, right? My keywords are simple lifetime, creativity, abundance, link to higher realms, self-trust, connection to the earth, carefree. Well, I could write something about it, like a personal mantra. Now, I have a personal mantra in French. I show you here. It's a text that was given to me, and I repeat along the day just for my own identity. It really helps me. So you can write your own mantra with what do you want to become? Well, because it's the key card, what you want in the new year. Let's do that. I I want a simple lifestyle, and I want to draw and paint, and and you can start writing your own story for 2019 just from one card, or from the whole spread if you want. And you add your difficulties, how you want to let go, find a creative way to say how you want to let go of things, or a poetic way if you like writing poetry. Now you're welcome, Stella. My medium is not writing much. I tried, and it's not. I'm not an intellectual person. I'm getting a bit into poetry, which I enjoy, but it's not my main thing. My thing is drawing. Now, I'm not a big artist yet. But from this, I was watching. I'm trying to see if I'm telling you everything I want to tell you, because I know my videos are rich. I'm sorry, I just bombard with information, but that's the way I like to make my videos. I was watching Claire de la Lune. She's a French channel, but she does some videos in English. So if you don't know her, Claire de la Lune, check her channel, because first of all, she's got thousands of videos. She's always searching. She does. I'm sure she must be a shaman. But she doesn't say she is. She doesn't. She looks normal. She does normal things. But yeah, I can see every time she knows what she's talking about, and I like her channel. And anyway, she recommended a book in English called "The Alchemy of Menopause: The Journey of Stepping into Our Power and Becoming Who We Truly Are." And it's by Cassie Skipper. Now, I can't show you the book because I don't have it. I bought it on Kindle. And I do have a Kindle reader, but because there's graphics in it, it doesn't want to upload. Oh, thank you, Stella. I try to share what I come across and, what I do, what is good for me, what is not. So yes, The Alchemy of Menopause. Now, I don't know where you are in your life and all that, but I found, so she went through the book and I'm like, oh my God, I can apply that to any situation in my life, right? This book is fantastic. And she has exercises in it that I can't show you, but one of them is drawing a circle like this. And it's called Defining Our Motives and Desires. So you just draw a circle. So if you want to draw a circle, I'll show you, I've made a big one here, but I haven't made mine yet. It's just the frame. If you want to draw a big circle, I'm going to take that off because white is not good on camera. Hi, Sarah. Thank you. Well, you can, I will post it so you can come back to it later. Don't worry, you won't miss anything. I wish there was a way to send a photo. Yeah, I know. Are you part? I don't know what to suggest about that. I haven't thought about it. If you can maybe send me a link, I don't know, or you can't post a link here. I'm on Facebook. On my, there's my email address on my account on YouTube, if you find it. So, yes, so I'll go back. I'll see you later then, Sarah. Thanks for watching anyway. I always appreciate. So to draw a circle, take a plate, yeah? You put a plate and you go around it if you don't know how to draw a circle. If you've never done any kind of art before, the easier is a plate. You don't need technical stuff. Go around the plate, you've got your circle. Now I'm going to take that off because it's not good for the camera. All that's white there. And could see the whole spread. I've moved again. I apologize about that. Well, so, the motives and desires. And what you're going to do, you're going to use your favorite medium, words. We took keywords, right, in our journal. We've got keywords, so you can put words. Inside the circle, your desires, your intentions for the new year. I'm just going to read, have the devil from the Bonfire Tarot as how to achieve my goals. Fun. You're lovely to listen to. I love your marathon contribution. Okay, bye for now, guys. Thank you, Sarah. I see you soon. Bye-bye. You can catch it later anyway, once I finish this live. So you can use words. You can draw into that circle. So you draw what you want, your desires for 2019, your intentions. You can draw in any way. You can do collage. I've got like a box full of magazines, and I can't wait to get into collage. I might do a collage because this is, I like collage decks. I'm one of the only ones who actually confess to it because it's not cool to like collage decks, but I do like them. So inside the circle, you put your desires, intentions. Outside the circle, right? So I've left a lot of white space on mine. Things you want to let go of. And you put all that, what you want to let go of, in your outside circle. And that, you can frame it, you can keep it on a board if you have a board, mood board where you put things. You can have it in a place where you can see it even on your fridge. There's no need for fancy things. I think the simplest things always work best for me. If I have to build something for 10 hours to get there, I'm too impatient to do that. So I haven't done it yet because I've made a lot of videos and I'm still going to carry on until tomorrow night. Then I'm going to slow down. It's just that I have the time now. I have the inspiration. No, you're welcome, Stan. And I'm going to show you, because I can't show you on my reader because it won't upload, but I took a picture of what Cassie Skipper, this book is fantastic, by the way. Whatever age you are, it doesn't matter. Even if you're premenopause, postmenopause, or right in it, or, it doesn't matter. There are some great insights in it, and that's where I found my idea. So I'll show you what she did. Right, that's hers. So it's not, that's better. So that's her picture. She did it with mixed media collage. So that's inside. She didn't keep the circle perfect, but then, when you're doing it, you're 48, where you're going towards the menopause slowly. So there's a whole chapter about premenopause. You can check on Amazon. You can get the first few pages and look at it and see if it's a book for you. But I was absolutely mesmerized by it. I haven't found such a good book for a very long time. And I would say it's not only for women, right? But obviously it has that angle of menopause, premenopause. And it's interesting too, because we don't have much information apart from medical information on how to get ready for it. And personally, it fell on me. I didn't know what was happening to me, right? So but that's another topic I don't want to go too much into. And that's what she doesn't want outside, right? So that's an example. I know it's not the best, but I couldn't show anything better than that. But you have an idea of what to do. So you've done your spread, you've got your keywords, you've got the general feel of it. You can even put the elements in it. If you want all the elements and not just swords, for years I just picked swords all the time in my spreads, and it made me go crazy to just have swords. So if you want more cups, put your cups, well, just draw a cup, that's it. Oh, the book and the author. It is. It's a long one, right? The Alchemy of Menopause. And then the longer title is The Journey of Stepping into Our Power and Becoming Who We Truly Are. And it's by Cassie Skipper. Skipper. Wonderful book. Check it out. I was mesmerized by it. I don't, you know, I read a few books, but I don't always recommend them. But this one, it's blew my mind. So that's it for our our New Year spread. Now you can also create music, sing it. If you want to write a song, that's fun when you write a song. Oh, well, you're welcome. At least, you know, I don't want to make this a menopause discussion, but I unfortunately, when mine happened, I didn't have my mom around. And although doctors have all the medical facts, what was happening mentally and even physically, I wasn't quite prepared for it. Now, it was harsh and at the same time fantastic. So it's intense. And I feel that, for example, a book like that for us who are sensitives is just perfect, because actually then you know where you're heading, and you have exercises. And one exercise like this that is supposed to be for the menopause just works so good with that. So write your song and sing it to yourself on your favorite tune, you know, with your keywords. There's so much we can do from one spread, that just doing the spread and then moving on to the next one. I know this Queen of Pentacles. I want to be, you know, her, and she's going. I'm going to post her too around my house. I like her. I want to be her. So let's move to the next one. I'm going to drink a bit of water because the next one is quite something to. Now, I'll move that away because although my table is huge, I don't have enough space for everything. Sorry. Another thing I got ready for the new year, it's something simple. I found this little fun diary. So it's got 4 pages or 5 pages per month. And I've decided each day with my special pen, right? And I know it sounds a bit silly, but I need colors and brightness in my life right now. So each day, like on Monday, I'm going to put one thing that I enjoyed that day. Or that, even if I didn't enjoy it, that made me think and make me change something, or, you know, my progress. And I could also put my failure. It doesn't matter. It can't, even if it's not positive, it's just that, you know, one thing per day, because then I'll keep them and looking back, because the year, you know, hours, days, I mean, it's already New Year. I remember it seemed like yesterday it was so hot and I couldn't breathe because it was so hot, and now I'm freezing. You know what I mean? It's if you have kids, I don't, but you know, they're growing so fast, and time seems to speed up all the time. So that takes a minute to just every day, in the evening, whatever, just write one word or one card that you picked that day and how you relate to it, whatever. So I'll start it tomorrow. So it's little things you put in place. Don't, you know, these big New Year's resolutions, they're great, but it lasts 3 days and then, but implementing simple things, they will last. Well, they have more chance to last. I don't know if they will last. I'll try, but they have more chance. So now we're going to move to, I'm moving everything I can, the year cards. I don't know if you've calculated your year card yet. I need to bring them. I have to go underneath the camera. I'll do it like that. It's so much, yeah, so much preparation. So, yeah. My year card. So how did I calculate it? Well, I added, yes, simple things. That's right, Stella. That's what we keep. It goes a long way. Sometimes, you know, I used to bash myself, for example, saying, oh, I just put one thing on eBay today, I should have put more. Well, at least it was one. And if I do that all year, then, you know, it's the number of days that I've put things on. It doesn't matter. One little thing a day is fine. That's fine. So calculating the card of the year, it's the energy that will be with you from birthday to birthday, really, but, you know, let's say all year. And you add the day of birth with the month of birth and the current year. So let's say 20 plus 3, let's say, you know, 23 plus 2019. Once you found the result of that, you add all the digits. So you should have a number between 1 and 22, 22 being the full, because you can never get to 0. So remember, 22. My year card is strength, and if you followed my channel a little bit, it's a card that scares me. When I get strength in the spread, personally, I know I'm going to have to be strong, and something that's coming ahead is just not going to be fun. So, and it's my year card, so I will have to work with it. And it's going to be quite something for me. So what are your year cards? See, it's the general energy you can draw from. And that's why I use my Arasoma Tarot. I didn't even mention that. I'm using Arasoma Tarot and Farbenberengel. Now, it's funny, I was watching some reviews yesterday about Arasoma, people that posted reviews, and I can see it's quite a bit misunderstood deck sometimes, but it doesn't matter. You know, a deck is for us or it's not, so I'm not trying for anyone to like it. Anyway, it's out of print now. You can still find copies going around. The Hierophant, okay. I don't know what deck you chose for that, because then there are some different Hierophants, but it's about looking at your structure towards, I don't know what's on your picture, but your structure towards God, first of all. Also, if there's people in the front of the Hierophant, your way to talk to people, to look at people, how you communicate, what you teach or don't teach, what you share or don't share with them. Do you feel you're above them, under them? Where you get your information from? Is it from a book or is it from your heart? There's a lot to look at. Are you too structured? Are you just repeating what you've heard, or does it really come from you? Do you really communicate? You see? So you have the Arasamataro. Let's go. I don't know if you have the bottle backs or not. I have both. Just before it went out of print, I got another copy without the bottle backs, just in case, because my Arasoma, I found I've had it, since 2005. Mine is, it's old, and it's you see, the attachment to this deck is crazy. As in, it sits by my front door. Once I finish this, it will go back by my front door. If there's a fire, a flood, anything, I run downstairs, grab my Arasamataro. It would be better that I grab, my purse, or obviously I'll try to grab it, but sometimes you can't. I'll grab my Arasamataro and run out. That's how mad I am. See, I still have a lot of work to do on myself. That's how mad I am about my Arasamataro. There's nothing like now I can't go into the Arasamataro right now, but I plan on the first. Hi, yes, girl. Welcome. So I plan on showing my 2019 decks I want to work with. Great. Well, Stella, you're going to be on the first. I don't know what time. I can never say about a time, but I'm going to talk about my 2019 decks I want to dive deeper in, and this is one of them. So anyway, you've got your year card, you've added your day of birth, month of birth, and the current year, 2019, well, from tomorrow. And mine is strength. And it's strength because it's this tarot, right? It's more based on the normally, depending on deck, strength could be 8, but this is strength. So why did I choose Arasamataro? Because I'm not doing a predictive spread for 2019. They don't work for me. I've done them for years and they never work for me. I've got a card, for the months, and I can never relate. So I decided this year, I'm going to do things my way. I'm going to do them differently. I'm going to do an energy year spread. It's like, what energy will be around me? What energy will I have in me? What energy can I use for that month? What energy do I get from the earth, from angels, from whatever, whoever is out there? What energy, right? And this was more important to me for this spread to know on an energetic level what will happen, more than will I get a job, or am I going to get married, or well, I do prediction spread, but not for the new year anymore. I've had enough. This one, the 12 cards, it's not going to be that. Now, Arasoma, if you have, I will go more into it later, right? But for people who don't know about Arasoma, I love this book, the Arasoma Souls book by Mike Booth and Carol McKnight, because it really explains the Arasoma system without taking the course, right? I did take level 1. You do learn more with level 1, but honestly, you can function with this a lot. So, mine are bottle back. So as I said, first of all, I have the bottles, I have the colors, right? And I have Farben der Engel, which is, let me explain, if you're not familiar with it. Arasoma is a system of bottles, and quite quickly explain, because I'm going to go into it more on the first. The top layer is oils, the bottom layer is herbs. But not only, water, sorry, oil and water, but not only. There's plants, minerals, and natural colorings into the bottles. They're used for different things, but you can use them, you can open the bottle and then use them as a massage. You can that these ones are for the body, but there's also different bottles that work directly on the aura. These ones work on the chakras too. It would be never ending, but just to summarize, the top layer is your personality ray, they call it, and it's your conscious. It's what's on the surface. That's easy to know, right? The bottom is the soul ray, the unconscious, what we don't know, what we don't see. So top, conscious, bottom, unconscious. When you've got the bottle and you mix it and you shake it, then both colors mix. And what happens is that the unconscious, the bottom one, comes to consciousness, and the consciousness comes to the unconscious. And then they mix and they create this new color, this new shape. And that's what Darsha Willing did. I hope it's clear. It should be. She shook the bottles, took pictures, and this is the result. And I cannot do without her oracle when I do Aura Soma, because first of all, it's a cheap oracle. So it's a great way to do a reading to add to your reading. So not only I will have the energy of the tarot card, I also have the energy of the bottle, and I also have the picture of the angel, because it's an angel too. She added the angel in it. So I have an angel with me. So I have plenty of tools all year that I can play with. If I want, I can buy this bottle. Now, why two strengths too? I haven't talked about that. There's the strength outward and return. The outward journey is more the self-development, what we call the path of the fool, right? So the fool's journey, isn't it? The fool's journey. The return, which is this one. So there's an extra set in the pack of major arcanas. It's you realized you've integrated strengths. You went on a journey with strengths to try and understand and yourself better and life better, and then you integrated strengths. You've become strengths. So by doing this, you come back and you're going to give back. You're going to say, there, I understand what strength is. I am strength, and I will show you, share, help with this path. So that's a bit what it's about. How do you find that? So if I don't want to spend a lot of money, obviously Aura Soma is a very expensive system. There are ways for them to be cheaper. Farbenderenger, for example, with the book. Because then you've got the book, you've got the bottles. The book is not that expensive. Farbenderenger is not expensive. And there's the app. Now, I can only show you on my small phone, but the Aura Soma app. Right, do quickly. I'll show it better on the new year. Right, consultation. So it tells you. So you can choose your bottles. Right, you can go through them. Choose your. I mean, I'm just not picking anything. So your 4 bottles, because that's the system. And then you click on your bottle, and it gives you exactly what is in all, upper fraction, base fraction. You can learn with this. It's not an expensive app. I think it's $10 or something. Right. And what I love, show consultation. So you click on it, hide text, and then you've got your bottle here moving. Sorry, it doesn't show. Right? So that's another cheap way. If you want, I love this feature. It's my TV, right? I find it hypnotic, and it's for every bottle. So you don't even need to get the book. I mean, I like the book personally, but you can just get the app Farbenderenger, and that's cheap ways to start with Aura-Soma. Then if you find it's for you, you can try and get the deck and then buy the bottles. And if there's a bottle you really love, you can buy one bottle, right? So how do you like that? I think I said what I wanted to say about Aura-Soma here. So this deck is not for tarot reading. It's a tarot, but it's not. I mean, you can do tarot readings with it, but honestly, it would be very reductive. It's a great app, yeah. It would be very reductive just to do tarot readings with it. I mean, why not? But I wouldn't pay $100 just for tarot reading when there's so much in it. There's numerology, colors, chakras, auras, psychology, angels, archangels, tree of life, astrology. It's a lifetime. So why did I pick the card return? Because I want to see what my goal is. If you don't have a goal, to me, and that's why maybe I should let go, right? My death card, I should let go, but I need a goal. I can't just wander. I'm not a wanderer. Some people are wanderers in life, and they just go with the flow. But me letting go and going with the flow is one of my dreams, but it's not attainable right now. I do it on small levels, but it's not attainable. So I need to see where I'm going, and this is where I'm going. And you see the power of this red, the lightness here, and the deep, strong color here. It's almost like blood, isn't it? So that's what I'm going to work with. My colors, my cards, energies from it. So I have strength. Now, I did the 12 card spread too with it. Oh, another thing I did too, of course, I wrote it down as like Kelly, she said, she showed how to do it, and I thought, oh, that's very simple, and I like that. So I did my card of the year, and then I started writing about every month, and then I will carry on for January, February, my little book. So let's move this now, because I need to show you the 12 cards. So I've got these two, like they're from China somewhere, and I can have my card like this. Now, I'm not leaving them out because of dust. Just I'm very particular about my Aura-Soma tarot. So I will leave my monthly card out, but I can't leave a card for 12 months. It's going to get dust and stained and whatever, so I can't do that. So what I did on my phone again, I created 2019 wheels, and there I have the pictures. So I've got my folder. Hey, Angèle, nice to see you. So I created my folder in my phone with my bottles and my spreads I want to look at. And it's on the 2019. It's a special place that I go. So I don't need to leave the cards out, right? And I add to it all the time. But I will leave my month's card out to see. Yeah, nice for you to be here. If you haven't done so, Angèle, I'm just recapping for you. If you want to do your year card, know what your year card, grab your tarot, and your year card is, you calculate your day of birth, your month of birth, plus 2019. Then you add the result of that, you add the digits. Like if you're, if adding all that is 2055, you add 2 plus 0 plus 5 plus 5, then you get 12. And 12 will be the energy of your tarot card. Hi, Jeza. for the year 2019. So, my year card using Aura-Soma and Farben der Engel. I don't know if I took notes on it. Let's start. Right. So as I said, I've already done the spreads because doing it all live, as you've seen, I've got a lot of information for you. It's not possible. So that's January. I have the Emperor. And for this, I'm not taking the return. I'm just taking, you know, it's enough with Farben der Engel. It's going to be the... Oh, sorry, Jeza. This is not a place to get a reading. You're welcome to stay, but I'm just showing spreads for the new year to people who use tarot. I'm sure there's plenty of other places, people who do readings. But you're welcome to stay. So yeah, the camera. Let's see if I can, because I need more. Let's see. Yeah. You're welcome. So, yeah, I'm not sure it's going to work, but that's January. So I have the Emperor for January. Maybe I'll just show it like this because, yeah, otherwise I'm not gonna. They're big cards, right? I don't know. I've got big hands, but and I've got the word for February. So I hope you're picking your cards if you haven't done so too. I have the Four of Cups, March. Card 101, April. I'll check that there in order. Because, you know, I've moved a lot of things around just to be accurate. Yes, that's right. Then the Fool. So I always have my Farben der Engel underneath. Then Archangel Daniel. Unfortunately, Farben der Engel stops before 100. I think it's 105 cards. I can't remember, but it doesn't have 111. So that's why I don't have it. But I will go with the bottle back then, or the app. The app will show me. Okay, so I need to put 6 months by 6 months. It's easier. Let's do it like this. Sorry, I'm getting there. So in the meantime, you can do your own spread. You pick a card for each month. Yeah, there's a reflection of light on this one, but I'll move it. I can't do anything about it. And they're matte cards, so... Ooh, I have Justice Return. Oh. So huge. Okay. So, all right. So that's my 12 months cards. The first thing I always do, and I know I'm repeating myself, but the first thing I always do when I do a spread is that I look what I've got. So I wrote it down. I wrote it down here. The summary. How many major arcanas? I've got 5 major arcanas. 4 outward and 1 return. So I have the Emperor, the Universe, the Fool, the Moon, they're all outward, and Justice Return now. I don't know about you, but I can't even imagine what Justice Return is. Because Justice is a difficult card, right? It's the weighing of the heart. So it means that you live in consciousness every minute of the day. Not only, and by living in consciousness, then you're exactly in your life flow, right? So having this for the months of April, May, June, July, August, which is my birth month, have justice return on my birth month. I'm gonna have to make a video about this because you know it's going to be quite something. I'll write it down. Make a video about justice return at the end of August. So don't forget, because I don't know how to experience justice return personally. Justice is hard enough card, and most of them, it's based on the Egyptian mythology. So, right. So I have 5 majors. I have 1 wand here, the 6 of wands, which is a great one to have. I'm happy. I've got 2 cups here. I have no swords. Look at what you have and look what you don't have in a reading. It's very interesting. I have no swords. I have been plagued all my life with swords in my readings because my mind is so anxious, or used to be, is not anymore. Used to be anxious and used to be trying to look ahead all the time and trying to, you know, hold on to things, and I don't get one sword. So it's not an issue, or it's not an energy I have to work with because I have enough of it. Why would I want some more? You know. And so it could be both ways, because we're not doing a reading here, predictive reading. We're doing an energy reading. So maybe I don't need more of that energy. I have enough in me. And it's interesting that the only archangel I've got is blinded here by the light reflection. I have 2 pentacles, which is, funny enough, once again, the king and the queen, right? So I saw this, and I started going into a reading. You know me, I'm doing a reading for something, and then I go into a totally different reading. And that's what happened again. I saw the king and the queen. What a couple. I can't ignore the couple. But I'll talk about this in a minute. I'll finish this. And 2 archangels. Jophiel and Daniel. There you go. So I've got all these energies to work all year. It's very interesting. I'm going to work specifically on 2 months with archangels, which I don't normally do. So that's going to be new to me. Justice return, my God, I can't even imagine what it's going to be like. Working on a whole month with the moon is going to be quite interesting too. I mean, everyone is interesting, but some are more cryptic, let's say, than others. So I've got this couple that showed up, and to me, you know, once again, it's my relationship. They're together. So I started doing a reading, you know, what is bringing, what I'm bringing, and then together what we are as a unit. So I started doing, and then the summary. My relationship is going to take without trying to be predictive, but I can see it's going to take a lot of space in the second part of the year. You see that even with just an energy reading, there's still information you can gather. The first part of the year, when you look at the Emperor, the universe, and then followed by cups straight away, there's a lot of healing, and I'm talking about real physical healing. I've had a little problem with one of my tooths lately, and that's one part of that. And I can see, you know, there will be a lot about physical well-being. I'm going through a physical transformation, so, you know, it's normal with age too. So there's pointers about bigger events that will happen already throughout the year without even trying to do a reading about it. But the Emperor and the universe to me is a strong thing about medicine to me. That's how I read it. That's how I read it. and with the full, with the archangels around. That's quite powerful, isn't it? It's like taking a new step, a new way of life, being carefree, and then you've got these two archangels around you, one male, one female, again, because I'm working on masculine, feminine. So a lot to dig in spread. And then there's the bottles, there's the colors, there's every month. I don't need to pick anything else, right? It's quite a full reading. So that's for the energetic or energy reading for the year. To take away all the cards in order, because I'm doing it in French this afternoon. So if I still have any voice left. Right. So 3 p.m. in French today, French time. I'm going to show this again, but in French. So now, the Emperor. The colors are, so I wrote down in my book, yellow gold, which is called sunlight. This bottle is called sunlight, which, you know, is very well reflected in this Farben der Engel. I wish I knew the title in English. Angels in Color and Light in English. So the Emperor, what a card, right? To get it straight away. To me, it's paperwork, it's medicine, it's, you know, all these establishments that the more you keep away from them, the better you are. But sometimes you need to, so it's the society structure here. Although it looks like a kind Emperor. But so yellow gold, sunlight. And this is the angel of teaching and learning. So I'm going to dig in the energy of that bottle. I have it, I think. I don't have many, but I have the chakra bottles. So it's part of the chakra set. So I can even use the oil. I can use the app. I can use the colors. You pick both colors, yellow and gold, and you can draw your months. Draw what the energy you want in a month too, because it's not just about the energy that's around, it's the energy you want to use. How can you use it? And as I said, you can write a poem, a song, you know, write something with it, use the colors and make a picture of what you would like for the month. And then you really leave your cards and your tarot and your energies. It's better to me to read the energy and use it because it's multi-purpose. So that was for the spread. And then because I do like prediction too, but I don't want to do it this way, I did do a prediction spread for me. So I need to go and get it. So and drink some water. So I'll be right back. And it's the last part of the video. It's been, I don't know how long it's been. Let's see. It's been already too long. I can't see. Right, the last part. Let's go and get it. Right. Okay. I feel like I'm on TV. You're welcome. Okay, Stella, no problems. I'll see you soon. Bye. You got the most important anyway. This is more about, you know, after that, how I do a monthly spread for me. Now, I use cards that I want to work with more in the year. So I've used, I have to tell you what tarot I used. Carte divinatoire d'Algariel, like this. And I wanted to put a tarot. It's a tarot oracle, which is a French tarot, le jeu divinatoire de Yagel Didier. After that, I picked 2 cards as just a general energy, once again, of the months. And I have here the sacred symbols for divination and meditation. And this is a free tarot that came out in a magazine called Le Tarot du Bien-être. Right. So let's look at it. Where's my little booklet? I don't have the keywords in English, the name of the cards in English. Oh, well. Well, you can recognize anyway. First of all, in this one, I don't look at majors, minors, and all that. My tarot is not. This tarot is not structured like this. It's not minors and majors. So no elements, nothing like that. It's really divination cards more than anything. But I have already a theme. I like to have a theme for. That's more the everyday life, the everyday actions, right? Because I've done my energy reading. I see what energy I can use every day. But now I want to know a bit what's going to happen in January. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of events. January is not going to be an easy month for me. And I'm not surprised because the Emperor is not, it's structured, it's heavily structured, and structure has to be light for me, not too strong. So we have growth and nostalgia. And funny enough, this card is like my local beach. Angela knows, she's been to that beach. It's like my local beach. And funny enough, that's where I go and play with my inner child. And it's about, once again, letting go to, you see the cows taking off. So even from that, you can do a ceremony. I could go on my beach and let go a lot more while being linked to my inner child. But anyway, and growth. And it's a labyrinth. So is it grows up or grows down? Because labyrinth, it's like a pool, isn't it? You go up or down. But so I use the Algariel like that. This is the main theme. Mine doesn't read really like this. I don't know why, but when I do this type of, these 9 cards, it can go anyway. You can read it like this and like this. And I think it was Kelly from The Truth in Story who showed that. So, but in this instance, it does read like, that's the central pillar here. Starting with the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, and the Sun. So life-changing months. Something is going to happen quite strongly, and we'll see at the end of the month. We have here the key. I don't know the names in English. The booklet. I forgot to write it in English. There's so much to get prepared. I didn't do that. The Enigma, is it called in English? The Riddle. It's not the Enigma, the Riddle. The Riddle and the Opera. Right? And what you notice straight away is that there's walls on the 3. There's these red stripes. Look at how, if there wasn't a border, it would just carry on. Right? And it comes from the center. So it's something from the center that's going to go in the past here. If you take that at the past, now, and the future, you can, but you know there's no law on that. And this is about showing yourself, right? It's about something that's hidden, that's it can be you, that's internal, that you don't show you don't show yourself enough to people, and that's going to be unveiled and showed. It can be physical, as in you discover that something's not right with you, or you know, whatever. It's like a secret coming out, and it's quite something strong, because it's by chance, it looks like, with the Wheel of Fortune, and then with the Tower and the Sun. So the Sun in this deck minimizes the bad events, if we want to call them bad, because the Tower, although it's bad, I know it's at the end of the day, it's for growth, but it's never pleasant. Well, it can be a good card, but I haven't experienced the good way, the nice side of it personally. So, but there's the tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel, how is it called in English? The urn, and then the accident, right? So, after going through all this, there is a renewal, but here, once again, it's about letting go. It's about the end of a cycle. So it's going to be a life-changing month. I'm not sure what is going to happen, but something will come into light, and it's going to be a little bit difficult this month. That's what it shows. But I have my Emperor energy I can use. So I make sure, you know, I do my meditation, I get that color energy, I listen to what's around me. Now I'm aware there might be an issue somewhere, maybe medical, I don't know. There's something here that I can see. I don't want to talk medical, but, you know, maybe I should go and do my tests and see if everything's fine. I don't know. Just looking at it, it's you have to be cautious, and that's why we use cards. It's to be cautious. So that's my cards for January, as in a prediction, because I like a bit of that too. I like to look at cards all in different ways. I do wish that you've followed along, and it gave you a lot of ideas, and I'll see you, if you understand French, I'll see you at 3 p.m. French time, because I'm going to do the session in French. And tomorrow, I think, is it tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. I want to talk about the decks that I will focus on in 2019, and that's when I'll go deeper into Aura-Soma too. So thank you for being with me. Let's have, for me it's lunch, but you know, if it's lunch, breakfast for you, let's have a great meal, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.